Hey guys, if you're new to the case of Christopher Watts after watching that docudrama, which in my opinion missed the mark, if it was intended anyway to promote the evil versus saint routine, well, if you're new to this case, then no doubt your cognitive dissonance is probably kicking in about now. If you've watched a few of the other channels anyway that have been flooding YouTube with a bunch of new videos on the case of Christopher Watts. So this video here is for you. In order to help clue you in on some of the facts of the case, which you would ordinarily not be privy to if all you're going to do is watch those other videos. Let's start with the drama channels. They call themselves true crime channels, but they actually aren't. They may have had channels before the case of Christopher Watts, but they were never discussing true crime. There's something with the case of Christopher Watts that has brought a lot of the scumbag channels on board, because evidently there's an organized effort to harass not only Christopher Watts' mother, but also those of us who actually are true crimers, who have been in the true crime community for many years, and many of us write books on true crime cases. So those attacks, that harassment, the hate campaigns have been going strong since day one. I think their primary target, of course, is Christopher Watts' mom. And I'll tell you why I think they're attacking her. Because I think she knows too much. I think that Christopher Watts' wife shared a lot of intimate details with her mother-in-law, and I think that there is an effort to discredit Christopher Watts' mother, so that if she does decide to speak of what she knows, then nobody will believe her, right? But here's the problem with that, because there are a lot of us in the true crime community, actual true crimers, who do believe Cindy Watts, and who are actually looking forward to the day that she does decide to tell what she knows. Let's see, if you're new to the case, you're going to hear that Christopher Watts' wife was so hardworking. Well, what you should know going in is that Christopher Watts' wife sat at home all day while both children were in daycare and while Christopher Watts worked. Then, when he got out of work, guess who it was up to go pick up the kids from daycare? Not his wife. No. She was probably in the middle of her me time. You know, she made a big point of needing her me time. Nope, it was Christopher Watts' job to work all day, and then when he got out of work, he took his work truck to the house, changed his clothes, hopped in the car, drove up to the daycare center, and picked up both children. I'm guessing that would have been around 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm just guessing. And then by 6:30 p.m., according to Christopher Watts' mother, both girls were given doses of Tylenol and Benadryl and put to bed. No kidding, at 6:30 p.m. every night. Again, gotta remember, Christopher Watts' wife needed her me time, evidently spending all day long, every day of the week, focused on herself. Wasn't enough me time for her. If you're new to the case, you will be hearing that they had to file a bankruptcy in 2015 because Christopher Watts' wife was so sick with so many diseases, and they had so many medical bills because of all of her diseases, because she was so sick, that they simply had no other choice but, to file a bankruptcy. In fact, that bankruptcy included stores like Macy's and JCP, and very few dollars of the $70,000 discharged in debt unsecured were for medical bills. I think it was under $5,000 actually, out of over $70,000 in debt. So you tell me how on earth that can be construed as being because of any medical bills. If you're new to the case, then you may hear that Christopher Watt's wife was a retired nurse. She was never retired, and she was never a nurse. You may hear that she made $500,000 a year before she met Christopher Watts, and I say bullshit. You may hear that she was so organized and she had OCD. I don't believe it for 1 second. Just look at her office. And the fact that she claimed she was mailing payments to the wrong address, that isn't somebody who's organized. As far as the OCD, I think she was trying to copy one of her quote-unquote friends, who was actually a woman who she babysat for. And then she fired her sister-in-law, future cousin-in-law, and future niece and nephew from the bridal party in order to make her quote-unquote friend, the woman she babysat for, her bridesmaid. Well, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that her friend probably, I'm not saying OCD, but was probably very well organized. And I think that Christopher Watt's wife was doing nothing more than to try to act like she was in her league. If you're new to the case, then you're going to hear that Christopher Watt's wife was always so kind and so inspirational and so wonderful and so loving. Well, dig in just a little bit and you might see some of the comments that she made about other women, referring to them basically as being dogs. You may also notice posts where she comments that she hopes that the girls don't ever feel less than. And therein, in my opinion, lies the key to this case. I think that Christopher Watt's wife was suffering emotionally and mentally. I think she was struggling big time. I think she was trying so hard to appear to be somebody who she wasn't. And the saddest part of all is that even after her death, it appears that the world is still expecting her to be someone who she wasn't. Christopher Watt's wife had flaws, many of them actually. And I would say that the worst flaw of all was the way she treated those poor little baby girls. If you question my statement, or if you disagree, then please take the time to watch the video where Christopher Watt's wife is spraying poor little Bella right in the eyes with water. Notice not only that Christopher Watt's wife is sitting there laughing at the poor child's expense, but also notice that Christopher Watts opened the slider door so that Bella could run away from her mother. And then suddenly her mother told him no. And he obeyed her and he shut the door right on Bella. And then Bella stood there and took it over and over again, being sprayed right in the eyes, right in the face, by a mother who was laughing and saying, "This is why we had kids." If you question my opinions or if you disagree, then consider the fact that Christopher Watt's wife asked him if he would stay with her if they didn't have kids.